Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is interesting.
Hey guys, what's going on? Andy Brew here, and today I want to bring you a little Union Cross theory that has been recently going through my head. As you guys might know, KH Insider recently dropped a cutscene featuring Lucio and the Master of Masters, and I gotta say, this cutscene is very interesting, and it really has piqued my curiosity. Now, I briefly just want to give you guys a thought that crossed my mind during this scene, and please, just take this thought with a grain of salt. I'm not going to pretend to have my head wrapped around all things Union Cross, because I definitely don't. It's a very complex piece of the Kingdom Hearts universe, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this cutscene as a whole, and I want to present my own theory I've been having, no matter how ridiculous it might seem. Anyway, the Master of Masters opens up this cutscene talking about whenever he was a boy, the Keyblade War began, which prompts Lucio to ask, wait a sec, you're telling me a Keyblade War happened in the past too? In which the Master replies, yes. That's right. Lucio then asks if the Master had a Master, and he says no, he didn't. The Master of Masters then goes on to say that this war was between light and darkness, and mentions that even though there were technically more Keyblade wielders involved, he's the only one who is relevant. Now, before I continue further, let me explain what's going through my head here. I'm thinking there's some sort of connection between Union Cross and the Keyblade War that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3. And this little theory is going to support the possibility that Sora could be the Master of Masters. I do have another video on this channel briefly making that argument, so if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. So a Keyblade War began when Mom was a boy. Sora is indeed a boy, and I say that because Master Xehanort refers to Sora as a dull, ordinary boy in Dream Drop Distance, which doesn't take place long before Kingdom Hearts 3. And just as Mom didn't have a master, the same goes for Sora. He was self-taught. Mom says that this war was between light and darkness. In Kingdom Hearts 3, we quite literally have a war between 7 lights and 13 darknesses. The Master of Masters says that yes, there were more Keyblade wielders there, but only he is relevant. And if you recall Sora's role in Kingdom Hearts 3, and honestly in the entirety of Kingdom Hearts, Sora is the key. He's the savior. He's the one who restored everyone's heart when crap hit the fan. He was involved in literally every single battle in the Keyblade War. He's the one who stopped Master Xehanort, and he is the one who used the Keyblade, well, Chi-Blade, whatever, to seal Kingdom Hearts, with the help of his friends, of course. Sora is the reason why the Guardians of Light won the Keyblade War, so of course, he's relevant. Now, the Master confirms that this Keyblade War happened in the past, so it made me wonder, what if the events of Kingdom Hearts 3 happened in the past, but not necessarily this past in a world line where this cutscene is taking place? What if a Keyblade War happened in the Master's past, in his past, which would mean that the Master of Masters is from a different world line than the world line that is being shown here. And that would mean that the world of Union Cross is a completely separate world line from Sora and everyone else's story in Kingdom Hearts. It sounds absolutely insane, but I don't want to give up on this just yet. Let's go a little bit further. Lucio asks if the darkness that the Master was fighting were monsters like they are now. The Master then answers him and says, perhaps they were, but they took on the same form that we did. Lucio then says, oh, so they were human. And then the Master replies and says, no, I didn't say that. In Kingdom Hearts 3, most of the Seekers of Darkness were not technically fully human. Not all of them, but most of them. Their hearts were taken from the past and placed into vessels, into replicas, as they explain in Kingdom Hearts 3. And these replicas were just as human as anyone else, but not technically human. So Lucio suggests that the Master fought humans, and the Master says, well, kind of, but not exactly. Now again, take all of this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that this is true because there are so many flaws in this theory that I'm sure you guys have already noticed, and I'm willing to admit that. There's also a whole second half of this conversation that I personally don't think lines up with the thoughts that I had to bring to the table, so this theory is most likely not true, but it is something interesting to just think about. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on this cutscene as a whole. What do you guys think is really going on here? I want to get some discussion going and see what you guys have to bring to the table. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for future content. I'm Andy Brew, and I'll see you later.